Hello and welcome to Simply Solo Playthroughs. We are here today with a top 5 list of our top 5 solo games for stocking stuffers. So, all of these games are currently available on Amazon. They are all easily available. The list is not in this one is better than this one or an actual ranking. They are just, I'm presenting them in the size of the box, smallest to largest. And I will be honest, I think the largest one is the best one. And so, let's take a look at number 5. Number 5 is for Northwood, the solo trick-taking game by Will Sue. This is a really fun game. I did not think trick-taking would be possible for a solo game. Yet, here we are. This has been recently reprinted and is on Amazon. So basically you have the levels you need to get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tricks. You have helpers here who are the jacks. The kings and the queens will be making decisions for their realms. And you have to take the number of tricks exactly. So, like we're going to choose 5, you have to take 5 exactly. You cannot take 6, you lose. So it has a little bit of going on, and that's one way to lose one right off the bat. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there we go. We have exactly 5. We went through our cards one time. We didn't need help, so we could have draw 2 and get rid of 2 cards. It's actually kind of nice to do. If you're holding fewer than 8 cards, you can refill the deck. So that's really helpful for the 7s and the 6s. But we went ahead and passed it, so let's take a look at number 4. Number 4 is One Card Dungeon. It is playable up to 2 players. I've never played it 2 players, so I don't know. You get different kinds of characters. There's 4 different characters, and the board is very simple. You have 1 card, and you start here at level 1. You'll have 2 spiders, 1 here. Then you'll go to level 2, level 3, and level 4. Then you'll flip back over, and you'll be at level 5. You have to go through all 12 levels of the dungeon to win. Let me just say that it's very difficult. I have never won this game. It takes a lot of luck to be able to do that. So you start off with your powers. You have speed, your attack ability, your defense, and of course range. Range is important because orthogonal is 3 spots to move. So you have to have 3 in your range, which is sometimes very difficult to do. You then have these are the spiders. This is your character. You roll your dice. You have a 2, 1, and a 6. We'll go here. We'll go here, and we will go here. I can also do this. So I can move 7. So that's 2, 4, 6. Let's see. 2, 4, 2, 5. Let's see. 2, 4, 6. That's all I can do. I can't hit him. So if you end up next to your enemy, you go on ahead and you compare. You have 3, they have 2, they lose 1 point. Now the disadvantage to this is the monster's going to be able to come. It has 5, so it's going to move, let's see, 3, and that's going to be it. But it does have a range of 3, so you're okay. The only one that's going to attack you, and you have 1 defense. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough, so you will lose 1 health. At the end of every level, you can choose to upgrade one of these or upgrade your health back to 6. And that is 1 card dungeon. There's also an expansion to it that's available, so it's kind of a nice little fun game to play. It can take up to about an hour or more to play, even though it is rated at 15 to 60 minutes. Hopefully you don't get more on the 15 side, you get more on the 60 side. Longest I played has been about an hour and 10 minutes and I lost. So, let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 is Mazescape. This is really new to me, and I've only played it 1 time. It's really kind of fun because if you're multilingual, you get to practice your languages. And it doesn't have German. So, yeah, that didn't work for me. So, Mazescape is fun. What you do is you start here, and you are going to start, I believe it's here, and you need to make it through the whole of the maze. You will move mazes to open. You know, if you go over here, you open this. You come back over here, you want to open this, and then you can open this one, and you'll fold stuff back. You can fold upon yourselves. I'm sorry, you can't do that one. But you do the different kinds of folding, and you end up trying to get out of the map. I like the space one, and I like the space one because I like science fiction over fantasy. It's really nice because it does have, I don't know why I closed it. It has multiple maps, and I will link to both of the science fiction and to the fantasy pyramid one. But yeah, this is really fun. You get to do it and just go through the maps, and you've got all kinds of stuff. This can keep you busy for hours. It is a lot of fun, and it's just a blast to play. Mazescape, number 3. Number 2 is the second largest box, Mini Rogue. This is a rogue-like game. What that means is you're going through a dungeon. It's a dungeon crawler, and you'll have to have food. You can starve to death in this game. You start off with 3 foods, so that's not enough to get through. I'll tell you that right now. And your ultimate goal is to kill Og's Remains, who is a powerful lich. You have a rewards card and a ghost card. Ghost card may or may not come to play. It usually will. And it's just kind of a wandering monster scenario. You have differing dice. You have a poison dice. Another, I forget what this one's for. This is your dice. You have a success is a 5 or a 6. And then you have this, which of course 6s on both sides are critical rolls. So you start off by turning over the first card. There are more than 8 cards. I think there's 16 is what I have. There is an expansion to it, so it's, again, kind of nice because there's more to do. And I have a hermit that I'm going to find, and I'm going to share a meal. I would like, if this was reversed, I would take the experience points, but I will share the meal, and I will lose 1 meal, and I will gain 3 health. Yes, you can go above your starting health, which is kind of nice. You then reveal the next 2 cards, and you to the right and down. If you're all the way over here, you only reveal down, and you have to go down. So it really depends on how you go. Now we have a trap here. We have to have this and a success. If we have a success, these are the good things. If we don't have a success, these are the bad things. If we come over here, we will fight a mutant fly who has 4 health points. If you're playing 2-player, it'll have 8 health points. So we can hopefully, we're going to go ahead and roll. We have a miss, and we're going to take 2, and it's going to go past our shields. Second round, we do 4 damage, which is going to be enough to get rid of the guy. So that's the end of the monster. We gain a +2 gold up to 7, and then we reveal our next places to go to. What's interesting is this is kind of a randomy thing, and down here, if you go down here to the hunter, you can buy things for gold. Nice thing that you can buy is you can even sell shields and potions. So if you want to spend 3 gold, you can go get a +4 health, and we'll go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3 gold, 1, 2, 3, 4 health. So we're looking like we're in good shape. You then reveal, of course, the next ones. We go to the art. This is actually a really nice one. I'm actually going to go to the armory. Let's go ahead and see if we have a success. Oh, wrong dice. We do not have a success, so we can't buy anything. If we were able to buy something, we would be buying the rusty dagger. So, and we would get free feats with that, which is really kind of nice. I've had the battle axe with 3 extra feats, meaning you can re-roll a dice. And then you go down here and you will lose a food. You then go down a level. There is the dungeon and, of course, the tower. And they're just reversed as far as what they're doing. So, depending on how you want to play thematically, it's actually a lot of fun. How you end up with an empty shelter in the tower is beyond me. But that is Mini Rogue, a great stocking stuffer of a game. So my one bonus item I have is this card shuffler. It did have a sticker on top that I took off. I do this with sleeved cards. These are my tiny Epic Galaxy cards. I'll go ahead and put them in, and they shuffle nicely. I do not do this with games that are rare and older, that are going to be very expensive to replace. This is not going to be expensive to replace in case something actually happened to it. So, this is my extra little fun thing out there that sometimes works out really well. And of course, it makes it a whole lot easier for shuffling. So, there you go. And the manual card shuffler. All the games are linked below in the comments below. Yeah. So, feel free to go down, take a look at them, and keep in mind they are Amazon links, so I will get a small commission. So let's take a look at number 1. Number 1 is kind of special. It's Final Girl. It does require 2 boxes. There is a specific link to Amazon to this set. And this is everything that you need to play. The good news is there are lots and lots of expansions. So if you buy this for your loved one and they really like the game, there's a lot of expansions to go through. In Final Girl, you are playing the final girl in a horror movie. This 1980s genre of a horror movie where all the girls, of course, have tripped down, the people are killed, and you're going to have the last stand. Now, if you're not a horror fan, this re-implements a game called Hostage Negotiator, which I actually prefer, but I find Final Girl easier to play. And there's some reasons for that, and hopefully I'll be doing a video on that pretty soon. But Final Girl is definitely my recommendation for number 1. Yeah, it's a little bit on the thick side. So let's take a look at it real quick. Final Girl has 2 maps that come with it. They are magnetically sealed. Yes, you can put these so they go back. You have your killer. You have your location. And you can use any location with any killer. And you can use any Final Girl with any location and any killer. Everything is interchangeable, which in my mind it becomes a nightmare for making sure that you have the right balance. So, good job to AJ Perfornio of doing this. He did a fantastic job. Final Girl is an easy game to learn how to play. It's not an easy game to learn how to win. So what you do is you start off, you have a tableau of cards, and you'll buy better cards as you go. And so you'll do stuff like, oh, I'm going to go on ahead. Let's start here. And we're going to walk. So we're going to go ahead and roll 2 dice. We have a success and a partial success. So I can spend 2 cards to turn that into a full success. I'm not going to do that because I only want to move 1 space. I can then go on ahead and do a weak attack on the killer. And that's a partial success. So I will spend 2 cards to turn that into a positive success. And what happens is I get him for 1 and he gets me for 1. So this card you can end the game with both of you dying. If you do, you also win. As long as the killer is dead at the end, doesn't matter what happens to you. And there's a lot of thematic things going on with this, and this is just such a great game. And like I said, there's a lot of expansions to it, so there's future buying for your person who you're gift giving to if you want to. There's also levels within this. You have different cards. There is a horror level, which is surrounded by the blood, as well as the regular level. And when you're out of terror cards, he just keeps coming. He's going to take a hit here. You go on ahead and reveal the end, and that is what he does at the end, which is usually never a good thing. And there is also a much more difficult level to play. I haven't won on this level yet. This is well worth playing. It is a very good, engaging game that's really highly thematic and a lot of fun to play. Even if you're not a horror fan, which I am not a horror fan, I love this game. So let's do the roundup on this. So these are your 5 stocking stuffers. Everything from the wildly expandable and play many, many times Final Girl to let's just have some fun and engage to just fun games. For Northwood, it's just a flat out fun game. I love playing. It takes 15-20 minutes to play. And I just enjoy playing that. I love Mazescape because that can go with me easily and will be my lunchtime game over winter. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please make sure you like and subscribe and click on the links down below. I hope that you have a fantastic day and a very Merry Christmas. Please like and subscribe.